Sorry guys, I totally did not notice that the red thing went green. So I'm gonna have to do this part of the level again. You can see in the left that it's showing my high score rather than the block that matters, because I did figure out how to get it. I'm gonna have to explain and show you again. So let me just put that ice cube to the right, get these, and I'll get on with it. Sorry about that. Really, makes me feel bad too. So basically my problem with this is an easy way to solve this problem is to just, you know, go like 1, 2, 3, 4. We only need 8, so 1, 2, 3. That's enough. Okay, and we can just stick a block up there so we can conserve it. Problem is we only have 2 blocks left, and none of them, we're not going to be able to place them to be able to get that chest. So what gives? Is this level impossible? How are we going to do it? And I didn't know either and I figured it out while I wasn't recording, but I thought I was, so I was just blabbering on to myself. But basically the deal is we can do a really clever trick called this. Let's see how we have 2 blocks left. Well, we have 2 blocks left after that whole fiasco. So we need a way to be able to place these 2 blocks like here, and we can do this. Now, the problem with this is that before we could only place 2 tetrominos, because basically the way the game, see now in the bottom right corner it tells you how many tetrominos. In the bottom left, near the block selection, tells you how many tetrominos you can place, and that's basically the amount of blocks you have divided by 4 rounded down. So if you have 8 blocks, you can obviously create 2 tetrominos, because 8 divided by 4 is 2. If you have 9 blocks, it's still 2 tetrominos, because you need at least another 4 to make each tetromino. So 9 divided by 4 is a bit more than 8, but rounded down it's still 8, because you can't just place can't just place a bit of a block. That's just weird. But remember that technique I told you about block conservation that allows you to place 1 block at a time as long as you have at least 4? Well, with that, the formula becomes, instead of whatever many blocks you have divided by 4 rounded down, it becomes whatever many blocks you have minus 3. Minus 3, that's how many tetrominos you can make. So let's think about this. Say I have 5 blocks. I can use block conservation. Let's just use these stone as an example. I have 5 stone, so I can have block conservation, and I'll use it to make. And we're no longer making tetrominos here. We're really talking about making shapes, or like at least making a difference by placing 1 block in the world. And that 1 block will allow you to get higher or move further or whatever. So functionally making a difference here. So we have 5 stone. We can still get at least 2 shapes out of this, because we can place 4 and then gather those 3 back, and we'll still have another 4 left, so we can place another one. Then we can gather those. And then we'll only have 3 left, so we won't be able to place any more. But this process is extremely repeatable. So 5 take away 3 is 2, and that fits with our theory. Any more, we had 6 take away 3, we'd have 3 different ways, 3 different things to do. So yeah, so let's apply this. Okay, so we're placing these sand things. We're placing some stone. That's great. And the sand's down there. Now the problem is we have 3 here, but we need 5 more to help make a row of 8. But we can only place 4 at a time. So what are we going to do? The answer is we're going to place the blocks like this. We're going to place 4 blocks at a time, but conserve 3 of them. So we only really place 1, and now we'll still have 4 blocks. And now we'll be able to place those 4 blocks and have 8 and destroy it. And we'll be able to go down, get that chest, and go get in it here. And we'll be able to see what we got. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record that little scene, but we got Pong, developed by Atari, and available on arcade. So, yeah. You may have noticed that if you actually have stuck with me, even after all this blabbering, that I blabber a lot. I talk a lot. But that's what type of channel this is going to be. It's going to be a channel for deep thinking gamers, because even though I don't seem like I think a lot, like, I know people say I'm smart and stuff, like even though I'm like kind of smart, I really do think a lot, very deeply about these games and how they work and the best possible way to play them. Not so much about action games, maybe, but definitely puzzle games, and maybe even action games. I think a lot about how I'm going to play them, the different types of techniques I'm going to use, and so yeah, I hope you can see like how deep you can really think about these games. You're definitely going to see a lot more of that in the modded Minecraft playthrough with these tech mods. It's going to be awesome. So I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you. I'll see you next time for Too Many Blocks.